welcome back to my channel. So lately I've been thrift shopping a lot, like basically all my shopping has been thrift shopping. I made this crop top last week. I will link it down below from 2 t-shirts I bought at thrift stores. So I thought I would share with you my 5 go-to tips for when you go thrift shopping. So my first tip before even going anywhere is to pick the store that is best for your needs. Basically, I tend to go by the rule that if I want newer clothes, higher-end designers, or anything that might be nicer, I usually stick with Wasteland, Crossroads, or Buffalo Exchange. And then if I need to make a DIY or if I don't mind the quality of the clothing, then I will go to stores like Goodwill or Out of the Closet, stores like that. So my second tip is to make a list before going shopping. It's usually kind of dangerous not to make a list at all when going shopping, but it's especially true for thrift stores, or you could get so carried away. So you really have to make a list and stick to it. My third tip is to try a lot of things on. I always go to the dressing room with a gazillion things to try on, and everybody's looking at me like I'm crazy, but I swear I'm not. Well, maybe. No, but it is definitely true for thrift shopping, even more than any other type of shopping, is they have so many different brands, so many different sizes, and it's usually really easy to just say, oh, I'm not gonna try it on, and go home with it, and then you try it on and it doesn't fit at all. I usually end up buying only 1 or 2 items out of like the 15 items that I took to the dressing room. But it's really important to do that first so that you don't buy anything that you might regret, especially because most of these stores work with store credit for returns and exchanges, so you know, it's not, you really have to be sure of your purchase. My fourth tip would be to take advantage of sales. So I know it might not be obvious that thrift stores have sales, but they do, usually at the end of every season or at the end of every month. Depends on the thrift store. So make sure that you whether subscribe to their newsletter, or if you go thrift shopping enough to ask the sales associates to let you know when there's going to be a sale or anything like that, so that you can get the best deals possible. And finally, my 5th tip is to not hesitate to resell yourself. So what I mean by that is, when you think thrift shopping, you're going to think shopping more than selling, but it's also really important to resell the clothes that maybe you ended up not wearing that much, or you just don't like them anymore, or you want to move on to another trend, or you want to keep your closet pretty clean and clutter-free. Whatever it is, it's always good to resell items that you have in your closet, and it also helps because it gives you whether cash or store credit, so it's pretty great for your next purchases. I usually go by the same rule as in tip 1, meaning if I have clothes that are higher end designer brands that are newer or that just are very trendy, I usually go to Wasteland, Buffalo Exchange, Crossroads, and hit maybe all 3 and see which one would give you more money for it, because why not? And if they're just not as nice or way older, then I just go to Goodwill or Out of the Closet and take care of that there. So I really hope these tips were helpful. Let me know in the comments below what you thought, and if you're gonna use those tips for your next thrift shopping trip. But anyway, thank you for stopping by. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys next time for a new video. Bye. By the way, I don't know if you noticed, but I'm barely wearing any makeup because I didn't feel like it, and the lighting in here is, well, not that great, so I don't think it really matters. I look very grainy, which I like. I really like that. Did you notice the lighting? Did you notice? Did you notice? The sun is not being really nice today. The lighting again. Look, now it's all bright.